So today we have Isabelle with us. Isabelle has been training with me over the past 12 weeks and she's made a really amazing transformation. She dropped from 87 kilos to 76.8 kilos in 12 weeks. So that's over 10 kilos in just 12 weeks time. Despite her busy schedule, she had lots of gigs she had to attend to, but she continued on her journey and never gave up. So welcome, Isabelle.
Hi.
Have a quick chat with you and tell us about your experience with the coaching program. So first of all, Isabelle, can you just tell us a bit more about who you are, what you do and where you live currently?
So my name is Isabelle. I'm 29 and I'm a freelance musician, teacher, and I also have a part-time job, doing admin on Harley Street in a private clinic. So I have a mix of, a sedentary job and a very active job, always in the move. And I currently live in North London.
I didn't get to hear you in person, but I saw some of your videos on Instagram. Wow, your voice is amazing.
Thank you.
And Isabelle, before you started the coaching program with me, what have you tried?
So in the past, let's say 4 to 5 years ago, I actually was very disciplined with the way I was eating. There was a time period of 4 or 5 months that I used to eat a lot of raw vegetables, a lot of fruit, really good protein. But at the time, I had a lot of time on my hands, so I could go to the gym, 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes every day. I was just obsessed. I really liked it, and I found a routine that worked for me. But I feel like I was doing a lot for more or less the same results that I got now. So after that time period, things got busier. Then the lockdown happened, and that's when I started gaining more weight. In a way, my ego was creating reasons why I gained the weight and why it was okay. Giving myself, the reason, oh, it's your genetics. Oh, it's fine. The way you gain weight, you gain it everywhere, so it looks okay. But deep down, I knew I wasn't happy, and I felt quite deprived of energy and not really confident in my clothes, and as a performer, being on stage all the time. You get to see yourself on video or in photographs, and I would see angles that I didn't think were flattering. So I kind of wanted to address that. And instead of postponing being happy with how I looked, I just decided to take action. I just didn't feel energetic enough, felt very sluggish, not very motivated. And I knew that I wanted to try something. And I started going to the gym with my friend, but it wasn't a very structured way of addressing, my fat loss. So I tried eating better, but then I found ways to eat unhealthy stuff just to reward myself for doing well. So I just felt like it wasn't a very productive way to do it. So yeah, it was a very fortunate event, because when I was considering it, I saw your advertisement on Instagram and I said, well, this must be a sign. In the same way that maybe a few months prior, my friend decided to go and get Invisalign for her teeth, and that's something I wanted to do for years, but never actually got to. So I said, well, that was a sign, and it's worked for me. So I must take this sign as well.
We had a call before the coaching program. I had an in-depth discussion before joining. What almost kept you from getting started?
So although I really enjoyed the way you asked me about my lifestyle, and you asked very, very important questions, the main reason I was skeptical to join was the financial reason. I felt like it was a very big commitment. And then ultimately, if I didn't keep my promise to, follow your program, it would be on me. So I would have been the one to lose the most, both financially and time-wise. But then also I thought, well, what if this is like a fad diet and it's not sustainable? What if I'm going to end up damaging, my metabolism or something like that? But then obviously I realized that over the years I've spent, everyone spends lots of money for material things. But I realized that there's no amount of makeup and clothing that you can buy to make you feel confident in yourself, and get you to the ideal weight. So I decided to join because I just thought that, well, we know that it's very hard to commit to certain things, and this would be a commitment device. It's a very well-known thing in economics, the commitment devices. So this was my way to commit to something, and knowing that someone very knowledgeable as yourself is there to ask, to answer any questions that I might have. And yeah.
We went through the 12 weeks and you had some amazing results. We had lots of ups and downs. Continue to be committed. Committing for 1 week is one thing, but you continue for 12 weeks in a row. That's dedication. So really proud of you. Can you tell us a bit more about, the results that you achieved? What specific result you achieved in terms of your physique, health, and your lifestyle?
Yeah, so I think the first thing that I noticed in the first 4 weeks was the increased level of energy that I had. Also, I felt like I became less bloated after eliminating, a lot of carbs and alcohol. Like initially, I was caring a lot about what I was seeing on the scale and the kilos that were dropping. But then when I saw the transformation in my muscles and the body composition, that's when I said, well, actually, it doesn't matter. It matters how much I weigh, but not as much as how I look and I feel. Also, I became much more sensitive to slight changes in my diet. And whenever I was eating a bit more carbs or more protein, I would just feel it. I would feel better or worse. And, on the occasion that I went out and had a drink, the very next morning, I knew that was like something that was not great for my body. So I wasn't feeling deprived of anything because I was feeling great during my diet. I didn't feel hungry. I felt like I had freed up so much space during my day to do other things than just eat. I was wearing more or less the same uniform at work in my admin job. So over these 12 weeks, I have seen the difference myself, and all my colleagues have mentioned it to me, and they said, well, there are a few aesthetic clinics where I work, and a couple of them told me, your skin has cleared up so much. What are you doing? And I just told them all about it, and they were like, wow, it's unbelievable. People come and do aesthetic treatments for something that can be cleared up with the diet and workouts. I remember buying 3 pairs of jeans a couple of months before starting the program with you, and now they become really loose. And clothing that I used to wear 2 years ago and I haven't worn for 2 years is now something that I can wear now.
Do you have to throw out the bigger clothes now, or maybe?
I still haven't done that. I have to do like a sorting out of my whole wardrobe.
Maybe for the new year.
Yeah, exactly.
And what about performing on stage? Do you feel any different?
Actually, I have worn a dress that I 2 weeks ago that I last wore in July, and I actually have photographic evidence of that. And it fits me like a glove now. It fit me well before, but I just felt very tight around the waistline. And for singing, having very tight dresses is not great. But this time around, it fits really well. And in a way, I think subconsciously, I timed this program with the upcoming Christmas gigs. So, so when we started in September, I just thought, well, wouldn't it be nice to look great in pictures and on video for like the most productive time of the year and the most festive one? So I think that's worked really well. I think what helped me the most in terms of confidence building at the gym was the workout plans and how they were different. But, for each stage of our program, they were slightly different and more challenging as we went along. And also, as a person that always enjoyed classes, I felt a bit, apprehensive just going to the gym by myself. But even though we haven't met in person and you weren't training me at the gym, I just knew I had that confidence that I know what I'm doing. The platform that we used was so thorough, and every exercise was very well explained. And I was just able to train at the gym by myself and knowing what I was doing, knowing that I was using the equipment correctly, and also being able to achieve great results without that much cardio, because not everyone likes cardio, and I do enjoy cardio, but when it's like fun, and about my samba, dancing every week. So I feel like it was a perfect balance of my dance lessons that I did separately and the workout plan. Also, I felt like there were days where I felt quite low and not very motivated and quite tired. But then I would get a message from you, asking me about, oh, how's it going? Like, have you planned your next workout? And that would like push me to go, because it's so easy to just go home from work. And for me, the gym is one stop away from where I live. So it's either I get off at my stop or get off at the next one and go to the gym. So it's like a split moment decision of, do I work out today or not? So most often than not, I have done that, worked out. And I feel like that one message really can turn the tables. So.
Wow, fantastic. And I know at the beginning of the coaching, you were really busy, and sometimes it meant you had to like double up on the workouts in order to make sure we hit our target, but you continued to do so. So well done.
Thank you.
Isabelle, who would you recommend this program to?
Well, I would recommend it to anyone who has tried other methods and other programs with little success. I think that 12 weeks for me has been the ideal amount of time to build good habits and to know that, I'm not depriving myself of anything. I'm actually doing myself a favor and my health a favor. So anyone that is struggling with maybe low self-confidence and someone that's not happy with how their body looks and feels, most importantly. Anyone who's busy, female, male, it doesn't matter.
Well, thank you so much, Isabelle. Really excited to see where you go from here. Our coaching has ended, but continue on your journey, and I'm looking forward to see where you go from here.
Thank you.
Thank you.